Okay, we are live. Sorry about that. My face cam decided to stop working literally as I was about to go live. So that was great. But we're back with another deadline stream. Hope everybody is doing well today. Game week 16 deadline stream. Do apologize for the late start. Let me just get that ready. Let me get Twitter up, because we might get some cheeky early team leaks, which hopefully is the case. Mohammed, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Let me just get that sorted. I kind of want some team leaks regarding Gabriel. I'd really appreciate that this week. Right, get that sorted. Okay, we're good to go, ladies and gentlemen. We're good to go. Sorry there was no deadline stream last week. I can't remember what I was doing, but I do apologize. But yes, we're back live. I think the captaincy shout is very interesting this week. Thoughts on the mystery chip, game week 24, Liverpool double likely. I really don't like it, to be fair. I still don't fully understand it, but I'm not. I don't think I like it very much. I really thought it was going to be something like, you can change your captaincy like halfway through the game week or something like that, or your vice captain was always going to... Hang on, I've got the postman as well. I do apologize. Okay, now we can start. Sorry, the postman was here. Right, Mbumo and Hall, or Enzo and Trent? Probably Enzo and Trent, to be fair. I don't think Trent's super essential because they've got Spurs away next week, and I think that they potentially concede in that game. And Mbumo's got... Mbumo does have Forest next week as well, at home, and they're notoriously good at home. I'm probably going to hold Mbumo for next week. I'm going to bench him this week because I'm playing Colwell. Probably play him next week as Forest at home, and then probably get rid. Start Bruno or Rodgers? Probably Bruno. I really don't rate the City defense at the moment, and I think, you know, Bruno's on penalties and stuff like that, so always the possibility that that Bruno can get something in that game. I mean, Forest away is going to be quite tough for Rodgers. I'm only playing him over Mbumo because I'm playing Colwell. I could play 8 Nori and then play Mbumo instead, but I don't know about that. Bowen or Rodgers to start? Probably Bowen over Rodgers, I say. I mean, Rodgers always has that early substitution potential as well, which is a little bit annoying. But apart from that, I do like Bowen over him. Are you planning to buy Isak for Strand Larsen? I think so. I think that is my transfer today. I mean, I don't... Like, when you think about it, it might be a little bit silly to get rid of Strand Larsen just before Ipswich at home. But he did just get hooked early. And I do need to start offloading my Wolves players, to be fair, because the fixture run after Ipswich and Leicester is just absolutely terrible. They've got United, Spurs, Forest, Newcastle, Chelsea, Arsenal, Villa, Liverpool. Like, it's not a team that I want to triple up on. I was lucky because he did actually get a price rise very recently as well. So the Isak is actually going to be a tiny bit cheaper, the Isak move. But yeah, I do quite like the move. I do still have 1 free left in the bank as well if I do that. And then maybe next week roll, and then the week after bring in Trent and get rid of Mbumo, something like that. So that's kind of where my head's at regarding that. But I think that'll be... I could obviously roll this week because this team doesn't look bad. Like, I've got a bit of a benching dilemma, to be fair. I don't like benching 8 Nori. It's just Wolves can't seem to keep a clean sheet. And I just think that these 3 are more likely to keep a clean sheet than 8 Nori. Salah winning the poll just as well. Interesting. Should I sell Haaland for Palmer and Isak, or keep him? I think Palmer and Isak are definitely going to get you more points than over Haaland for sure. I think Haaland owners have been very unlucky because he's now like under 15 mil as well. Like, it was 15.4 at one point in the season when he was bagging in hat tricks for fun. But yeah, now he's like 14.9. So yeah, it's been a rough one. Like, I held him too long as well. I had him for like 3 extra weeks where he got absolutely nothing. Wasn't ideal. Bench 1, Semenyo, Enzo, Kuna, João Pedro, Chris Wood. Probably bench Enzo, to be fair. You don't really want to bench Chris Wood, João Pedro, or Kuna because they've all got penalties and they've all got all right fixtures as well. Like, Villa at home is a decent fixture for Forest. And then with Semenyo, with who's out? Is it Kluivert that's out? So he should be playing right wing again. So he's probably quite a nice player to have this week. What do you think about bench boost? How important is it? Should you save it for a double game week? Bench boost is a weird one. I mean, we should have about, I think we've got like 3 doubles guaranteed. And we've got multiple chips now. So obviously you're going to want a triple captain in a double. You're probably going to want a free hit in a double as well. And then obviously this new mystery chip as well. You're probably going to want to use around double game weeks. The bench boost, I think this week is definitely bench boostable 100%. I think a lot of people have pretty good benches this week. I don't necessarily have a great bench. Like, I could use my 2 transfers to get rid of Ward for Fabianski and get rid of Greaves for somebody else. And then bench boost. Because obviously Mbeumo and 8 Nori is not terrible either. But I don't really want to waste my 2 transfers on benches. So, are people betting on Salah against Gandhi? The never back the early kickoff. I mean, there's not an early kickoff this week, though, is there? It's all like 3 p.m. kickoff. So, I don't think that that's going to apply this week. It could, though. 8 Nori or Milenkovic to start. I'd probably start 8 Nori over Milenkovic. I think Forest are more likely to keep a clean sheet, but obviously 8 Nori's got higher attacking potential than Milenkovic. Who should I buy? Iwobi or Semenyo? I quite like Semenyo this week, but over the next few, I think Fulham have some pretty nice fixtures coming up, don't they? They have, I know they've got Southampton. Is it next week? Yeah, so they've got Southampton at home. You've got Liverpool and Chelsea coming up, and then they've got Bournemouth, Ipswich, West Ham, Leicester. So I don't know if I'd be buying him this week, but it's not like if you're just buying him to bench, then they may as well just get him next week. Because I don't think you'd be playing him this week, surely. Semenyo is a much better option this week. But long term, it's obviously it won't be. In your case, I'd start 8 Nori over Cole and Mbeumo over Rodgers. That's obviously something that I can do, yeah. I think Cole was more likely. I don't know. The triple Wolves has just been killing me every week, man. It's been absolutely terrible. News on Jota. Well, he's back in training, isn't he? So he probably is in the runnings to start. I still think, I mean, it's not going to affect Salah anyway, and that's obviously the main thing. I wouldn't be bringing him in this week. I wouldn't bring Jota in. Pedro Porro or 8 Nori to play this week. Porro. Mbeumo to Enzo or Ahmad. Funds Welbeck to Jackson or just roll 2 free transfers. I think Enzo's probably a better choice than Ahmad. Like, Ahmad's been good lately. It's just you can't guarantee his minutes. Whereas Enzo has obviously had really good minutes lately. But if you go Mbeumo to Enzo, can you still do Welbeck to Jackson? Or do you have your 3 Chelsea players? Jota, yeah, probably be on the bench. Am I related to Chris MD? No. I get it all the time, though. I don't think I look anything like him, but I get it all the time. Who do you think will score this week, Trent or Isak? Surely it's Isak. I hope Isak, because I think I'm going to be bringing him in this week for Strand Larsen. I could bring him in for Kuna, really, and save some money, but obviously Kuna's on penalties and stuff like that. He's a 90 minutes man, so for now, your transfer will be Isak. I think Strand Larsen to Isak, and then roll the other. I've got 2 free transfers. I've got 3.3 mil in the bank, so I will have 0.3 in the bank if I bring Isak in. And I think I was kind of like umming and ahhing about it, but with the news that Wilson's pulled his hammy again, you know, water is wet. He's out for like another 2 months, so I'm absolutely fine playing Isak because they don't have any of the strikers. They could play Gordon up top, but that's only if like Isak's not in the picture. And if it goes wrong, you know, if Isak ends up getting injured, then I can always just get rid of him for a Jackson or something like that. Palmer against Brentford defense worries me, mate. Currently captaining Salah. Yeah, it's the thing as well, like, because Salah plays today and then Palmer plays tomorrow. So if Salah just doesn't get anything today, it's gonna be a long weekend. So my mind's not completely made up. I completely see both sides of the argument. Like Brentford away from home are terrible, But obviously Fulham are missing some big players. So there's literally nothing in it. Hopefully they both just score big and everybody's happy. But it's one of those. It's another week where it could all just go wrong. Like I've been on the wrong end of captaincy the last 2 weeks. I went Palmer over Salah when Salah went and got like 2 goals and an assist. I went Saka over Palmer last week when the game was called off. And then this week I feel like it's just going to go wrong again. Whoever I go for, the other one's going to go and smash it. Probably play Rodgers. I think isn't Koiva out or there's a Bournemouth player that's out and I think it might be Koiva. Fulham away record is pretty good. It is, but they are missing some of their the best defensive players, aren't they? Are you considering to hop back on Haaland in game week 19? The fixtures look good too good to ignore. I've locked to get rid of Kuna and Saka for Iwobi and Haaland. I haven't really looked at them, to be fair. For right now, I'm probably just gonna play it by ear. But if City don't improve, like he wasn't great in the Champions League either. The City is in general just aren't a team that I really want to go anywhere near. There's just something going on there, and it's not like even if the fixtures are great, it's just I don't know. They've had some pretty stinky results this season, haven't they? Obviously, they just drew with Palace. They lost to Juve. They've only won 1 in the last 10, and of course, it was against Forest. But Strand Larson or Solanke or Raul. I'll probably not play Raul this week. He's got Liverpool away, hasn't he? So. I'm going Kuna to Isak, prepared to take the gamble. Will give me a front three of Isak, Jackson, and Pedro. Very strong. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Strand Larson to Isak, so I'll have Isak, Kuna, and João Pedro. But yeah, really, really strong those. Matoma or Mbumo. This week, probably Matoma. Brentford away just on. Oh, it's Tavernier that's out. Sorry, not Koiva. Yeah, my bad. My bad, Tavernier. Yeah. So Koiva instead. Yeah, potentially Koiva is a decent shout. Have Gabriel and Greaves as 3rd, 4th defenders. Lewis other. Would use a free transfer to bring in a defender in case neither start? Maybe. I mean, in a perfect world, we get Arsenal team news. Because if we get Arsenal team news, then... I mean, it doesn't really matter anyway for me, because obviously I'd just 8-9 and come off the bench regardless. But yeah, for someone in your position, you really, really need that early team league. So I'll keep checking. Hopefully we get something. If we don't get anything, it would be quite... nice to have that extra defender just in case, because there's quite a few cheap defenders that are easy to bring in that are going to save you if Gabriel is out. Hey bud, best 6.5 striker would is now 6.6 already have João Pedro. For this week, probably, I don't know, maybe Strand Larson, Ipswich at home and then Leicester away, I think, coming up. Delap Collins to Solanke, Trent or Isak Robertson. I'd probably go Isak and Robertson, because Trent's obviously got an alright fixture this week, but then they've got Spurs away. And obviously, Isak's got nice fixtures over the next 2. Would you transfer out Strand Larson and Mbumo to Isak and Enzo for -4? I have Jackson, Pedro, and Larson, or just Enzo move and play him in place of Rodgers. I probably wouldn't do it for a -4. Yeah, I'd probably just get Enzo this week and play him instead. I mean, Rodgers isn't a bad shout this week, obviously. You probably could just roll. Salah, 6 double-digit returns and 7. The game he didn't get a double-digit return was Brighton, where he got 9 points. Palmer is good, but he's not at Salah's level right now, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I will go Salah. It's just if he doesn't get anything today, it's just weekend ruin, because obviously Palmer plays tomorrow. Play Konza and get a haul for free. I don't know if I'd go near Newcastle defense. Obviously, with Pope potentially out, I just think it's a bit. It's not really somewhere that I'd... But then again, Leicester at home, isn't it? Under Van Nistelrooy, though, I think they'll score. I think Newcastle will win comfortably, but I think they'll concede. Hall or Colwell? I'll probably play Colwell this week. But I think Konza concedes as well. I think both Forest and Leicester score this week, so... Enzo or Ahmad long term. I think I prefer Enzo. You just... Like, Ahmad's a decent shout. It's just you can't guarantee his minutes, whereas Enzo's been getting 90, like... But... I mean, there's always the chance that Enzo gets benched. Like, he has had quite a few benches this season. It's just recently that he's obviously been playing really well. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets benched. Mystery Chip, choose manager for 3 game weeks, win 6, draw 3, goal 1, 10 points to the team, beats a team that is 5 places higher in the table. Again, I'm not a massive fan of it. I don't think it's needed, really. What's the issue with Greaves not starting, not in team manager, don't update on him illness? I have no idea. He's a player that I need to get rid of 100%. He's not a player that I'm obviously going to be playing, but with the busy Christmas schedule, you kind of want all your players to be playing. You don't really want him to just be on the bench doing nothing. Solanke or Wood? This week's Solanke with Southampton away. I don't know. Spurs are in a bit of a rut at the moment, aren't they, as well? So they'll probably... I mean, Southampton are terrible, but... Yeah, Spurs have not been great. Really not been great. Should I transfer Kuna to Isak? I don't think it's necessary this week, because Ipswich at home is still a great fixture, and Kuna's on penalties as well, 90 minutes. And they need to really win. Otherwise, O'Neill could be gone, to be fair. I think both Salah and Palmer will get something. It's a matter of levels. Right now, I'm on Salah because he has a greater share of his team's output. Yeah, I mean, like I say, they're both on penalties. They're both going to play 90. They're both playing in, you know, two of the best attacking teams in the league this season. I think all that really comes down to is who's worse defensively in their opponents. And away from home, Brentford is worse, but obviously Fulham are missing some big players. And yeah, it's one of those. It could be big swings. It could be another game week with massive swings. It really could. No best 6.5 striker for the next 5 fixtures. I know the entry for Raul isn't great, but going forward, he seems the best option. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see him getting benched again over the Christmas period for Muniz. Like he'll probably play Liverpool, but he'll probably play Southampton. When we start getting midweek fixtures again, he potentially could get benched. So always that's obviously going to come into the equation. But yeah, you're right. I mean, under 6.5, Raul probably is the best one. Obviously, over the next 2, you probably say Strand Larson, but yeah, over the next 5, I'd probably say Raul Jimenez. Best 4.5 mil defender long term. 4.5, probably Colwell, to be fair. How well are you backing the Forest defense against Villa? I think we'll be all right if Watkins is out, which there is a potential that is the case. I mean we've been really good this season. I mean our table position definitely shows it. I think we concede, but I think we win the game. I'd think 2-1. Semenyo or Brendan Johnson? Probably. I'd probably back Semenyo, to be fair. I think with Tavernier out, I think that he's going to play higher. And I don't know, I like the idea of having a Monday night player as well, because they play Monday. It's just like if you're having a bad game week, you just always have that potential that they're going to do something. Aren't you a Forest fan? Why not start Mbeumo? Am I not a Forest fan? Why not start Mbeumo? Yeah, why does that... Oh, over Rodgers. Oh, because I'd have Mbeumo playing Colwell. I could play Mbeumo and 8 Nori over Rodgers and Colwell. I haven't made my mind up yet. Appreciate your response. Thank you. No worries, man. Thoughts on Iwobi? Yeah, I don't mind him. Obviously, nice fixtures for Fulham coming up. Obviously, this week's not great, but... you're fine if Gabriel doesn't start. 8 Nori off the bench. Gabriel probably back next game week. Yeah, it's not really too worrying for me. I'm just a little bit worried that if Gabriel starts and they go and win, and they go like 3-0 up again in the first half, that he comes off the bench again. Should I do Welbeck to Kuna / Strand Larson? I'd probably back Kuna over Strand Larson just because he's 90 minutes on pens. He's obviously a bit more expensive, but... Who's better to buy for the longest term? For the long term, Trent or Timber? Probably. I think Trent is still a slight rotation risk with injuries and stuff. Like they could play Gomez and Kwanzaa instead, and Konate is apparently back soon as well, actually. But Trent's just obviously his numbers are great. Like he's such a good player to have. He's not a necessity this week though, because obviously they got Spurs away next week. What made you support Forest? Are you local or was it pass through the family? Yeah, just local team. Taking the Gabriel punt too. I am, yes. I'm quite safe with the Gabriel, to be fair, this week, because if he doesn't play, I just 8 Nori comes off the bench. Start 8 Nori or Hall. Probably start 8 Nori over Hall. Again, with Nick Pope probably out. I mean, Wolves' defense are terrible anyway. It's just I think 8 Nori is more likely to get an attacking return than Hall. Oh, should I sell Welbeck, though? I mean... I don't think you need to sell him this week. Crystal Palace at home isn't necessarily a terrible fixture. It's just whether he's not. Is he flagged? I don't know. I feel like Welbeck's had quite a few injuries lately. No, he's not flagged. I'd probably just start him this week, to be fair. He got 20 minutes against Leicester. He should be fine. He should go straight back in. Like, he is part of the best 11 for Brighton. It's not like he is a rotation risk. Bench Rodgers or Raul? Probably Raul. I got Gabriel and Saliba in mind. I feel confident in that. Yeah, double Arsenal defense, solid. I mean, I've got double Arsenal defense as well, but Saliba's just been picking up goals left, right, and centre. Should you sell Bruno Fernandes for who? I think City concede. I definitely think City concede. It's just who would you sell him for? If you're selling him for someone like Saka, then yeah, obviously. But I like what are your options? How much money do you have? Managed to get Gabriel, Saliba, Salah, and Palmer in my team this week. Wait, who is it? Who? Wait, apparently Gabriel starts. Wait, league lineup. Is this? I don't know if this is a legitimate account. Wait, I don't follow them. Never mind. I don't think that's a legitimate account. It was 22 minutes ago as well, and no one else has said anything. Never mind. I don't think that is legit. I think I did follow them before, but I think I unfollowed them because they were wrong. Never mind. We still don't know. Bench Guardiola or Jota? Probably... Well, I mean, Jota's probably going to get benched, so I'll probably just play Guardiola, but I can't see them keeping a clean sheet. What do I think of Matoma? Yeah, like Matoma. Again, he's part of the starting 11, really. He's one of their best players. Haaland, Rodgers to Isak and Saka for a -4. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that because you're going to be playing Isak and Saka over the next few. You don't need to spam it though, man. Make sure to like the stream as well, guys, if you haven't already. We do go live with these deadline streams every week. Just don't know whether to play Mbumo and Nate Nori over Cole and Rodgers. I know that Mbumo's on penalties and stuff, but they're just so bad away from home. So bad away from home. And I back Chelsea keeping a clean sheet more than Wolves. I mean, I won't be playing 3 Wolves players either because I'll obviously be bringing in Isak for one of the strikers. So I don't know. I could just roll this week. I don't know. I need some team leaks, man. Who's even playing at 3 PM? There's quite a few fixtures, isn't there? Arsenal, Everton, Liverpool, Fulham, Newcastle, Leicester. I'll have so many players playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll have 7 players playing today. Jeez, that's crazy. So it kind of needs to be a really good day. Otherwise, it's not great. Start Sanchez or sells? Probably Sanchez this week. I think Forest will concede, but I think we'll win 2-1. I'm backing us to win 2-1. But I think Chelsea will just probably dominate Brentford. They're just so bad away from home. Still nothing about team leaks. The team leaks have been really, really light this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get nothing. Why are people fancying Brentford over Chelsea? I see a 3-0. Who's fancying them? I don't know. I think they're going to get battered. I still can't afford to sell Wood. I feel is his hand-in-hand with Isak and Jackson. Yeah, I'll be bringing in Wood very, very soon. I think for Kuna when his fixtures go bad. Do you think Isak and Enzo for Kuna and Semenyo for -4 worth it or roll? I don't think it's worth it for a -4 this week. Kuna and Semenyo have got really good fixtures. I wouldn't get rid of them, especially for a -4. Captain Haaland, Salah, Saka or Palmer? It's just a tough one this week, man. Honestly, any of them could go big. The poll is currently backing Salah. It's literally Saka. Actually, Salah and Palmer are literally neck and neck. They're both 46%. Saka's 5%. That's unreal, man. 46, 40. There's literally a percentage in it. It's going to be so... The swings are going to be crazy this week. Any transfers in mind? I think I'm going to do Strand Larsen out for Isak this week. And then roll next week. And then the week after bring Trent in and get rid of Mbumo. I think that's what I'm going to do. Or if I don't have the funds for Trent. I think I do, but if I don't, then I'll just bring in Van Dijk. Bench one of Semenyo, João Pedro, Bowen, or Strand Larsen. That's a tough one. Probably bench Strand Larsen, but I don't know. Ipswich at home, such a good fixture. Oh no, he did get benched. He came off on 60 minutes in his last fixture, which is a little bit worrying. That's why I'm kind of getting rid of him. Do you suggest getting rid of Smith Rowe or saving my free transfer? I don't think you need to get rid of Smith Rowe because they've got Southampton at home next week. So Van der Ven or Lewis. I'd start Kirkes. I get Kirkes for Lewis. Yeah, Kirkes' numbers have been really good this season. He should have got a return last week. Like I say, he created that opportunity that had like a 0.9 XG or something like that, and they missed it. But yeah, before that, obviously, 8 points against Spurs, 7 against Wolves, got 10-pointer, 7-pointer, and yeah, Bournemouth's fixtures, they're not too bad. He rotates really, really well with obviously a couple of other cheap defenders as well. So yeah, I don't mind Kirkes at all. Obviously, I've got him, and I hope he does well. But yeah, I mean, Lewis would have. I mean, he's got a red card anyway, so he can't play regardless. But until City sort it out, I'm not going anywhere near City players. I don't think they're a necessity at all at this point in time. It's crazy how it's going on, but like I can't believe I can't believe I'm gone this long in an FPL season with 0 City players. But it's not really punishing anyone. I mean, I guess Haaland punished me last week because a few people captained him. But best budget defender, I think Colwill probably. Colwill's solid. Chelsea have only won Brentford once in the Premier League. I know, but I think with how this season is going, like, this is Maresca's Chelsea. Like, they're different. They're a different breed. They've got much better players. They're much more stable now. And away from home, Brentford are terrible. I don't think that's a fixture this week where you have to look at the past. I think Chelsea are going to absolutely dominate that fixture. I really do. I don't think it's one where you worry about what's happened in the past. I'm still not decided on my captaincy either. I'm fully like 0. Like, I've got no idea. I've been on the wrong end of the captaincy the last 2 weeks, and it's absolutely killed my rank. I mean, it's still not an awful rank, but I was like 220k. Yeah, my captain's currently on Salah, but it could easily be Saka. It could easily be Palmer. Gabriel injury is so annoying when constantly swapping him and Trent. The Gabriel injury has been really annoying. I hate how just terrible Arteta's been about it as well. To be fair, his comments were relatively positive about Gabriel. I think he said that he's been in training and he's got a good chance to start or something like that. I think Calafiori's out, but I can't remember what I was saying. Sorry, I got a notification. Yeah, Gabriel is trained with the team, and Arteta saying he's a possibility is available for game week 16. It says available though, not like to start. But I feel like if you're available and you're a centre back, you're one of the best centre backs in the league, you're gonna start, especially with them dropping points again at the weekend. You should flip a coin for captaincy. Works every time. Enzo, Semenyo, Rogers to start, 2 start, 1 bench. Enzo, Semenyo, Rogers, 2 start, 1 bench. I'd probably start Enzo and Semenyo this week. Probably start him this week, yeah. You should, sorry. What's your plans this week? I think Strand Larson out for Isak is my plan this week. I think I could get rid of Kuna as well if I wanted to. To be fair, I think looking at it, I think I can do. I don't think I'm going to do this, but I think I can do Kuna to Isak. And then I can also do 8 Nori to... I could do 8 Nori to Virgil van Dijk as well and just have enough money for that. But it just gives me more of a benching headache, really. And I don't necessarily want to keep Strand Larson either. So I could do that. I don't think I'm going to, but that is another option as well. Start Enzo or Semenyo? Probably start Semenyo. He should be playing higher up with Tavernier out, so... Enzo's fine though. Enzo's a good choice as well. Like they're both solid. But I think Semenyo's probably got a bit more of an attacking threat this week. And Enzo can always get benched as well. You never know. He's just played 90 back-to-back, but could easily get benched. Like there's so many players in that Chelsea squad that the only like guaranteed ones to start really are Palmer. And like even Sanchez got rotated, so it's just nice seeing all those home fixtures this week though. Like everybody's at home, barring Rodgers. Start 2 of Enzo, 8 Nori, and Hall. We start Enzo and 8 Nori. I just think with Pope out, kind of hurts Newcastle's clean sheet potential, and I think Aït-Nouri's just got more of an attacking threat than Lewis Hall. Which will you prioritize, Trent or Isak? I have Jackson defense cover. I think right now probably Isak, because Trent's got Spurs away next week, and obviously with Wilson out for another 2 months. I feel this game week has the potential to be the highest scoring week so far this season. Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of really nice fixtures this week. A lot of really, really nice fixtures. But again, I think it all comes down to the captaincy. I think there's such swings to be made this week. You just have to be on the right end of it. Play Semenyo or Rodgers, thanks. I play Semenyo this week. Rodgers to Enzo, free transfer 1, or should I replace Gabriel? I don't think I'd replace Gabriel. I think I'd probably do... wait, Gabriel... Rodgers to... Gabriel bench. I don't think that's legit. I mean, that's not the real FPL Harry, because he doesn't have the check mark, so... I'm not going to take that as... Trent starts. That's been leaked. Start Ahmad or Rodgers. Probably Rodgers this week. Rodgers or Enzo. Probably Enzo. I know that's a fake FPL Harry, I know. But the only leak that we've just got is that Trent's out. Oh, hang on, I need to ban that person. I'm having trouble deciding between Virgil and Trent. If I get Trent, I can do Mbumo to Enzo and Lewis to Trent. If I get Virgil, I can do Mbumo to Enzo, Lewis to Virgil, and Flecken to Allison. Yeah, I mean, I think Van Dijk's so much safer than Trent, obviously. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, I think Virgil's so much safer than Trent. Obviously, he's going to start every single fixture, isn't he? It's just Trent has such a higher ceiling. Obviously, there's a point. There's a money. The 0.6 difference as well. If you get Trent, you can do Mbumo to Enzo and Lewis to Trent. If you get Virgil, I can do Mbumo to Enzo, Lewis to Virgil, and Flecken to Allison. I mean, double Liverpool defense isn't too bad at all. You just have to remember now, with the assistant manager chip, it takes up one of the slots, doesn't it? I think. So if you have triple Liverpool and you want to go with slot, you'd have to get rid of a Liverpool player. Bruno and Mbumo and Lewis to Saka would be bench, and Cole for -4. Saka... I mean, I don't mind it. For a -4, yeah, potentially I'd probably do that. I mean, I think I could easily see Saka going big this week. He could be the best captaincy this week, easily. -4 for Mbumo and Lewis to Trent and Enzo. Yeah, I don't mind that. It has been leaked that Trent starts, so you don't have to worry about him not. You don't have to worry about him potentially getting a bench this week. Will Gabriel start? We're not sure. Really need some early team leaks. I mean, for me, it's not too bad, because if he doesn't start, then obviously Aït-Nouri just comes off the bench regardless. But I know a lot of people need to know that information. In the press conference, it was positive. But with how Arteta is, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets benched. I wouldn't be surprised. Make sure to subscribe as well, though, guys. If you're brand new, like I said, we go live with the deadline streams every week. I'm a bit nervous about everyone having home fixtures, considering next week will be the opposite. Yeah, that is the issue. But just because they've got an away fixture doesn't mean they're a bad asset. Saka, Palmer, Salah, Isak, perfect. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm hopefully going to have. That's what I can do. I can bring Trent in this week if I wanted to. I could get rid of any of my defenders and bring in Trent. I have the money. But I think with them having Spurs away next week, I think my priority is Isak this week. Delap or Jimenez? I'd probably play Delap this week. I mean, would you please sell Sanchez and Mikalenko for a -4 and get Trent and Fabianski? I got Raya as main goalkeeper. I don't think I'd take a hit to bring in a backup goalkeeper. You must be really close to being able to do Mikolenko to Trent, though, if you're just downgrading Sanchez to Fabianski. Is there not like another player that you can downgrade instead to kind of bolster your team a little bit? Salah, Palmer, Saka, Palmer, Salah, Isak, Pedro, Kuna, who the captain, and Jackson. I think, but this week it's got to be between Palmer and Salah. I think they're both really, really good shouts this week. There's not really much between them. My initial thoughts about the new chip, I don't really like it. I think it's... I don't know, it's just... It's not what I was expecting to see at all. If I had a million guesses, I wouldn't have guessed it. But yeah, I don't like it. I'm not a massive fan of it. I don't like how... Like, as a chip, you shouldn't... The chips are supposed to benefit you. And I know it does benefit you with points and stuff. But you have to spend money and transfers to do it. And a chip shouldn't be about that. You know, a chip shouldn't be making you spend money and use transfers, because that puts you in a bad spot. I'm not a massive fan of it personally. Playing three at the back, which two would you bench out of Trent, Porro, Nori, Gomez, and Hall? Who would I bench out of that? I'd probably bench Hall and Gomez. Plan is to bring Trent in game week 18. Only way I go in 17 is price rises. Team value this year is crucial, especially with the new manager chip. That's exactly it. Yeah. I think I'm doing Trent in 18 as well. I think 18 I get rid of Mbeumo and bring Trent in. I don't see Spurs a bad match for Arnold. It's not terrible. It's just Isak over the next few, I think, will probably score more than Trent, in my opinion, which is why I'm going to go there. But I could go Trent instead this week if I wanted to. But should I bench boost with a bench of Fabianski, Semenyo, Nori, and Kirkes? Still have triple captains using a double. Yeah, no, solid. If I had that bench, I'd probably be bench boosting this week. Does the assistant points count towards your team? The manager chip, yeah. Colwill or Van Heck? Probably Colwill this week. Yeah, I'm just going to wait until people start using the chip and then see what it's like. Obviously, people will use it this week. Wait, is it available yet? I don't even know if it's available yet. What are your reasons for Salah captain over Palmer? It's 50-50 this week, honestly. I'm not even sure I'm going to go Salah. I could easily go Palmer. It's so close this week. I think they both return. It's just who returns more. But no, there's not a lot in it. I mean, you can see the poll. Like, the poll that we put, Palmer's now on 47%. Salah's on 46%. Like, it's literally so close. And that's with nearly 300 votes as well. So, it's so close this week. There's literally a percentage in it. Semenyo or Rodgers? Semenyo. How high do you think the EO would be on Salah, Palmer, and Saka? I think Saka's will be quite low. I think Saka is a pretty good differential captain this week if you're wanting to go that route. But with Salah and Palmer, I think they're both going to be over 100%. So if whoever you go with this week, you're going to need the other one to blank, basically. So it's a rough week, man. It's a lot of good fixtures this week. A lot of good fixtures. But yeah, I'm currently on Salah, but I could easily change to Palmer as well. I still haven't decided. I'd love some early team news, really. I mean, I don't really need it, but it's always nicer to know when someone plays. But yeah, if you're thinking about bringing Trent in, he does start this week. That's the only leak that we've had so far. Nothing else as of right now. At this moment in time. Would you do Gabriel to Virgil van Dijk for free with exact money? Already got Saliba. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. It's not terrible. It's just if Gabriel's back, the fixtures are so nice for Arsenal over the next 3. Are you not... I mean, it locks you out of Trent, though, doesn't it, if you bring Van Dijk in? Are you definitely, like, against bringing Trent in? Like, in 18? I mean, you can go Trent and Virgil van Dijk, but I don't know if I'd personally do that. I think I'm starting to budge to... I think whoever wins the poll is the captain I'll go with. I think when there's like 5 minutes left of the stream, I'm just going to captain whoever wins the poll. I think I'm just going to let you guys decide, because I honestly have no idea. I honestly have no idea. I'll go with the herd. I'll go with the herd. Whoever you think's gonna score more, that's what I'm gonna go with. That's what I think I'm gonna do, because I absolutely have no idea. I'm kind of thinking Palmer more as well, but would I do Fleck into Allison? Yeah, I mean, obviously it's quite costly. As long as it doesn't lock you out of Trent. The only bad thing about owning a goalkeeper is it does kind of lock you out 3 outfield players for Liverpool. I feel like FPL this season is mainly captaincy choices, since every team is similar. If your captain blanks, you're done. Yeah, I mean, I don't think every team is similar, though, because a lot of people that have Isak won't have Trent, for example. You know, not everybody has Saka, Palmer, and Salah. Some people still have Haaland. There is a lot of differentials. Like, I haven't seen many teams with, like, my defense, like Kirkes, Gabriel, and Colwell. There's, like, not a lot of teams with that defense. The midfield's very, very similar everywhere. But even up top as well. Like, I've had 2 Wolves players the last few weeks up top. Are you sure about playing Rodgers, Kirkes ahead of Mbumo and 8 Nori? Yeah, I'm not decided on that yet. As of right now, this is obviously what I'm doing, but I could easily change it. If I was going to play Mbumo, though, I'd bench 8 Nori. I think Kirkes is... It's a nice fixture for Kirkes, West Ham at home. Larger polls I've seen have Palmer a lot by ahead, but I think Salah is the better option and a good chance to gain some rank. Yeah, I mean, like I say, whoever you go with, the other one needs to blank. Strand Larson or Evan Nilsson to buy. I mean, Strand Larson's fixtures are only good over the next couple. After Leicester next week, they go downhill really badly. So I'd probably go Evan Nilsson for longer term. Dan Burn or Colwell to bench. I'd probably bench Dan Burn with the Pope news. Salah, the record against Fulham, played 8, scored 4 and assisted 1. Not bad. It's not terrible. Are you rolling or getting Isak or Jackson? I'm going to bring in Isak for Strand Larson this week, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. I just realised how cheap my upfront 3 are. Like, I've got 2 strikers under 6, and then Kuna's not exactly expensive. So, yeah, Strand Larson out for Isak this week. I do Kuna, but I brought him in for a hit like 3 weeks ago. He's done nothing since then, and he's on penalties. He's 90 minutes. I'd expect him to hopefully get something this week. Isn't it kind of stupid someone in your team can hurt you if you don't captain? Yeah, but that's just the game. Yeah, it's weird. When I first started... Like my second or third season FPL, I didn't really understand that, and I was like, why would you want a player you own to do badly? And then it obviously makes sense that, yeah, obviously if everyone's captaining them, then yeah, of course they're going to score more points for them than you, and yeah, it does affect your rank. So yeah, if you're captaining Salah this week, you need Palmer to do nothing, and vice versa. It is crazy. It doesn't make any, like, well, no, it does make sense, but it shouldn't. Like, it's mad. But Gordon being overlooked. Yeah, he could be decent for the next, like, couple. Colwell or Hall for Mazarawi. Probably go Colwell. Again, with Pope potentially being injured, I don't think I'd go near Newcastle defence this week. Thinking about doing Gabriel and Semenyo to Trent and Enzo, but I'm not sure. If we get news that Gabriel's benched, then obviously that's not a bad move. I'd still want at least one Arsenal defender. If I was getting rid of Gabriel this week, I'd still want either a Saliba or a Raya or a Timber, because they are like the first, second best defense in the league. So I'd want at least one of them. Should I sell Konate and Lewis for Van Dijk and Hill? Is that Hall? Konate is apparently going to be back sooner than expected. Obviously, Konate and Lewis are both flagged. I mean, Van Dijk and Hall is not terrible. I think I'd go for somebody over Hall. I'd probably go like Colwell over Hall. Or is it Hill? Who's Hill? I'm trying to think who Hill plays. I don't think there is a Hill, is there? Is that supposed to be Hall? I know Chelsea's favourite, but Brentford won the last 3 games in Stamford Bridge. I know. But I think this is a fixture that you don't really let history kind of make your mind up. I think that with how this season is going, Brentford has just been so poor away from home, and Chelsea is just so much better this season as well. And I think they will dominate that game. I think they're going to win like 2-3-0. And Palmer might be involved in a few of those goals. And if he is, it's going to be a rough one if you don't captain him. Which I'm currently not doing, but I could easily change it. Like I say, whoever wins the poll is going to be my captain. And it's currently Salah, 47%. Palmer. Oh, well, they're both 47%. So, yeah. If that's the case, I'm just going to flip a coin. If they're on the exact same percentage, I'm just going to flip a coin. Raya, Timber, Burn, Aina, Palmer, Saka captain, Salah, Bowen, Jackson, Kuna, Wood. What do you think about the squad? Your solid squad. I mean, Saka's a huge differential this week, I think. Saka captaincy. Colwell or Hall? I prefer Colwell this week. Yeah, they've drawn. They're still drawing at the moment. Again, I'll make the decision like 10 minutes before the deadline. Sal Fernandez for Enzo this week and Kuna for Isak next week, or maybe -4 this week. Keep up the good work, man. I don't think I'd get rid of Fernandez for Enzo this week because Fernandez can easily score against City. Like, City is not they're not as good as they have been. Obviously, they've been very, very bad. They've won one game in the last 10. I think Fernandez could easily get a return in that game. Hillier's a 3.9 defender from Bournemouth just to save some money. Oh, okay. Does he play? I've not really heard about it. Does he play or double Wolves attack? Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be changing Strand Larson for Isak this week. But, Brentford goals conceded 28. Fulham goals conceded 20. Yeah. It does make sense to go Palmer this week, but just Salah's just cooks like every game week, man. Like, he's been ridiculous. Like 18, 13, 13, 14, 9, 10, 12. Like, in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game weeks, he's only gotten one game week. He's not got a double digit haul, and that's when he got 9 points. And that's unreal. That's absolutely unreal. Like 14, 13, 13, 18 is stupid. Like, it's ridiculous. And I know that Palmer's been all right as well. Like, obviously, he did go on that run where it was 3-2-2. Like, he didn't get anything against Leicester when they played them. 14, 7, 18. It's so tough this week, man. When I think about Mbumo and Bruno to Saka and Enzo, I don't mind it. I think Saka hopefully goes big this week. Haaland to Jackson, and Mbumo to Salah and Van de Ven. Yeah, if you don't have Salah, I think you have to bring him in. Why not many people are not captaining Saka, although he is a convincing choice. Yeah, no, he is. He could easily outscore Salah and Palmer this week. There's no reason he can't. It's just I think people are more in favour of Salah and Palmer because of Gakpo starts. So Gakpo, we're getting loads of Liverpool leaks, but nothing else. Gakpo and Trent both start for Liverpool. So still nothing for Arsenal. But Gakpo and Trent both start. Sell Konza to Kirkes or Colwood or roll the transfer. I quite like Kirkes. I think his numbers have been good this season. Plus, he plays Monday night, so it's always nice having that player in the last fixture of the game week just to potentially get some more points. So yeah, I like Kirkes. I like Kirkes over Colwood. I think he's more of an attacking threat. 37 minutes till the deadline. Getting closer and closer. Keep the likes flowing on in though, guys, if you haven't already. Does really help out. Completely free. Can be a good deed of the day as well. And subscribe as well if you're brand new. Captaincy Palmer for me. I never get it right though. Isak for rank chasers. Yeah, like I say, I've been on the wrong end of the captaincy the last 2 weeks, so I need to get it right this week. Which team do I support? I support Forest. Why starting Kirkes over 8 Nori? Because Wolves' defense is just shockingly bad. I mean, I could easily play 8 Nori this week over Colwell and play Mbumo over Rodgers. Or I could bench Rodgers and just play 8 Nori if I wanted to, just play a 4-3-3. But you're locking in the bench boost. Solid, yeah. Like I say, if my bench was similar to yours this week, I'd definitely be bench boosting. I just like, I don't know, I think Kirkes' numbers have been good this season. I think they've got much more of a, not much more of a chance of keeping a clean sheet, but I don't know. I like having that Monday night player. I don't know. I think he'll do all right. Aït-Nouri could easily do well, though. Did get an assist last week. Or midweek, should I say. Could easily smash it. I'm a bit worried about it, to be fair. But yeah, I could play him over Colwill. Bench Rodgers for Mbeumo. Could do that. Just Mbeumo's numbers have been so bad. Like, last week was a bit of an anomaly. Before last week, 0-0-0, like, just no shots at all. And these were a couple of home fixtures as well. Even the home fixtures, he didn't do great. But his numbers away from home, like Villa, I mean, 0.21 goal involvement's not terrible, but, you know, 0.12 against Everton, 0.01 against Fulham. And these are defenses that are nowhere near as good as Chelsea's. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really like him as an option this week. The season carries on this way it has. Brentford are a great call for assistant manager targeting home games, and no doubt manager will be 0.5. Yeah, no, I think that's a really good shout. That's a really, really good shout. Again, I still don't really know much about this chip. I get it, but it's just, I don't know. I would have preferred something completely different. It's not something that I think is going to be... I don't think it has been very well received. Best replacement for Kuna, as I have Jackson, Wood already, Isak or Watkins I can't afford. I mean, I wouldn't be getting rid of him this week. Ipswich at home is a very good fixture for Kuna. What's your long-term plan and your player targets in the coming weeks, especially as Wolves' assets are having a terrible patch coming up? Yeah, so I'm getting rid of Strand Larson this week, the Isak, and then I'm going to roll next week, and then the week after I'll be getting rid of Aït-Nouri for probably Trent and Mbeumo for somebody as well, and then the week after I'll probably get rid of Kuna. Hall assist, Isak goal, I need it. Kudus or Evan Nilsson to start. Probably Evan Nilsson. Is it worth using the one free transfer to replace Pickford with Sanchez? I don't know, but maybe. I just don't like using goalkeeper transfers at all. If you don't have any other fires put out in your team, then potentially, but... Do I start Mbeumo or Watkins since Watkins is flagged? I'd probably start Mbeumo. I think that Watkins probably gets benched this week. Or might not even be in the squad. But then again, I guess you could just start Watkins, who has the better fixture, and if he doesn't start, then at least you have Mbeumo coming off the bench, but he could get subbed on. Bench Bowen, Semenyo, or Wood? Probably Semenyo. So Gvardiol for Trent with a free transfer. Yeah, no, that's a great shout. I mean, Trent starts this week. It's been leaked, so. No, not this week. I want to change him after Leicester is João Pedro Worth. João Pedro, I think, solid, yeah. He is prone to a rotation, but start Enzo or Johnson. Probably Johnson. I have Isak, Wood, and Pedro. Should I get Strand Larson for a -4? No, I wouldn't be bringing Strand Larson in this week for a -4. Definitely not. Start Kirkes, Digne, or Burn. Kirkes. Thoughts on Isak captain would explode against Leicester at home too. Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Leicester stats is it's such a small sample size because obviously Van Nistelrooy's only taken over 2 games. And they have conceded quite a few shots though, to be fair. But Isak captain is quite risky. It's very high risk, high reward because if he does smash it, you're loving life. But I think Salah and Palmer will also do well. I think it's one of those weeks where even if you're chasing rank, I think you still just pick Salah or Palmer because either one of them could go big. And either one of them can completely change your rank. Like if Salah goes and gets 15 points and Palmer blanks, that's massive. That's absolutely huge. Mbeumo to Enzo or Pedro Porro to Kirkes for freeing up money. Probably won't get rid of Porro this week because Southampton away is a decent fixture. Are you going to be playing Enzo this week? Because if you're not, I'd probably just roll and then play Mbeumo next week. 30 minutes before the deadline. Still no other team leaks apart from Gakpo starting and Trent starting. They're the only team leaks we've had so far. I'm very confused who to captain between Palmer and Salah. Yeah, that is the big question this week. Obviously, the poll is so close. Forest have kept 3 clean sheets in the last 4 home games. Milenkovic on my bench. Milenkovic on your bench. I think we concede, but I think we win the game. I think we win 2-1. Fabianski or Sells in goal. Probably Sells. Would you start Mazraoui or Mikalenko? Probably. I mean, both are quite bad. I think that Mazraoui, he's prone to an early sub as well, though, isn't he? But Mikalenko could easily concede 4 against Arsenal. Probably go Mazraoui, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hooked early. Will Kwanzaa start? Probably not. Play Ahmad or Rodgers? Probably Rodgers. Can you say your opinion about Enzo? Do you think he would... do I think I'd get him? I like Enzo, yeah. I don't mind him as an option at all. I think if he carries on getting 90 minutes, he's a solid player to bring in. 2-1, who scores then? I think Wood scores, and I think Elanga scores. I think Elanga starts and he scores. I'm going to say Elanga this week. And then for Villa, probably... I don't know, maybe Rodgers. Play Semenyo and Welbeck or Rodgers for one of them. Probably just start Semenyo and Welbeck. They've both got home fixtures. I think Welbeck should be fine to start this week. Play Aina or Konza. Probably Aina. I mean, Forest defense is better than Villa's at the moment. And it's the home fixture. And Aina does have a rocket in him as well. He loves a goal outside the box. I'll tell you that. He absolutely loves a big strike. So yeah. Salah or Palmer for captain. I'm currently on Salah, but I'm going to go with whoever wins the poll. And right now, Salah is winning by 2%. So if you haven't already, make sure to vote in the poll, because that's going to dictate my captaincy this week. Should I keep Cash? He got benched last week. I mean, how much is he? It's probably better defenders you can bring in for him. Cole was probably the best 4.5 mil defender. Bench Kukurea. Probably play Kukurea this week. How about bringing in Dunk for Mikalenko, who have only 1 free transfer and planning to roll this game week? Yeah, I mean, Dunk, Colwill, Kirkes, any of those players are decent this week. Why you got 8 Nori on the bench versus Ipswich? Because I think my 3 defenders that I have are more likely to get returns. Fabianski, Rodgers, Milenkovic, and Greaves on my bench. Bench boost. It's not terrible, but I don't know if Greaves is going to play. That's the only issue. Play 8 Nori or Robertson. Robertson this week. Yeah, Salah's better. Cash is 4.4. Yeah, so if you can upgrade him to a Colwill or a player like that, I'd probably do that instead. Since 2021, Chelsea has not won against Brentford. I know, but I don't think this fixture is one where you take a look at history. I think you just take a look at this season. Brentford are appalling away from home. Chelsea are a different side than they have been. Chelsea have suffered over the last 3 years. This is the season where they're actually decent again. And I just don't think it's a game that you base off of the history. I think it's just a clean slate. If there was no history towards this game and you were only looking at this season, you'd think that Chelsea smashed Brentford this week. Any news on Gabriel? If not Gabriel to Timber, sets up Pickford to Alisson at next game week. Worth it. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Alisson as an option, but obviously it just stops you from having 3 outfield Liverpool players. And that could come back to bite you later on. But Alisson's obviously not a terrible shout out. Palmer looks like an exciting captain. Yes, he definitely is. Him and Salah, I think, are the front runners this week. But I voted Palmer, but seriously considering switching to Salah, I don't think anybody really knows at the moment. I think everyone's just kind of worried. Look like Chris MD? Yeah, I get that a lot. I don't see it, but yeah, I get that a lot. My transfer this week, I think, is Strand Larsen out for Isak. I'm probably going to do it in about 10 minutes. Just kind of waiting for some early team leaks. Again, with team leaks, all we've had is Gakpo starts and Trent starts. That's all we've had so far. But yeah, Strand Larsen out for Isak this week, I think. In fact, I'm just going to put this on my screen because this is probably going to be what I do. There we go. 0.3 mil in the bank if I do this. And I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I do need to start offloading Wolves players as well because their fixtures get really, really bad. The time is up and the poll is on equal. You must do the coin toss on the show 5 minutes before it ends. Yes, I will do that. If they are level, I will leave it to fate because I generally have absolutely no idea this week. I think my head says Palmer, but my heart says Salah. I think that's kind of where I'm at this week, which isn't ideal, but we'll see. We'll see what the poll says because I think either of them could go big this week. It's just the thing, like, I wish they played on the same day, because I hate the fact that if I go Salah and he blanks, like, the Sunday fix, you just know Palmer's going to smash it. Is Gabriel playing? We're just waiting on team leaks. We have no idea right now. The team leaks are so dry this season, man. They have absolutely locked the team leaks this. All we know is that Gabriel trained. Like, Gabriel trained and Arteta said that he has like a chance to feature or something like that, or a chance to be available. But apart from that, we don't know. I'm just gonna play him, and then if he doesn't play, I've got 8 Nori coming off the bench for him. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. But yeah, I think Isak in is kind of locked for me this week. Probably make that transfer in a minute, actually. 24 minutes left to play. Until the deadline. Start Rodgers or Garnacho? Probably Rodgers. Garnacho is just a bit of a benching headache at the moment, isn't he? Like he's not necessarily a starter at the moment, which is a bit unfortunate. I think he's decent when he plays, but I mean they've not exactly got a good fixture this week either, have they? I know that City haven't been great, but I could easily see United winning this week. Is it at United or is it at it's at City, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's at City. It is at the old Etihad. I know City's defense isn't great at the moment, but Garnacho might not even start, so I mean Rodgers might get benched. Rodgers could easily get benched. Who should I bench? 8 Nori, Timber, Colwell, Gvardiol, Gomez, Salah, Saka, Palmer, Ahmad Rodgers, Isak, Kuna, João Pedro. I'd probably bench probably Ahmad, to be fair. I like Ahmad's again another bit of a rotation risk. I don't think you can bench any of Isak, Kuna, or João Pedro. You can't bench an attacking player with a home fixture as good as what they've got, and they have penalties as well. 2 more as well. Probably Gvardiol as well. Maybe. I don't know. I'd probably play. I mean, Timber, Colwell, and Gomez. Yeah, I'd probably bench. Yeah, Ahmad. 8 Nori and Gvardiol, maybe. Hey, how are you? Sell Kuna or Pedro to Isak and De Bruyne to Enzo or Rodgers for a -4. Pedro to Isak and De Bruyne to Enzo or Rodgers. I'd probably go De Bruyne to somebody like Semenyo instead, if you can afford that. At some point, City will demolish someone. It's just a case of when. Well, I mean, they demolished us. They beat Forest 3-0. I haven't decided who my captain's going to be. I think I'm just going to decide. Whoever wins the poll, I think I'm just going to go with that player. And if they're both on the same, then I'm just going to flip a coin. My plan on Gabriel, just to start him, and then if he doesn't play, then 8 Nori comes off the bench. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Start Semenyo or Enzo? I'd probably start Semenyo this week. Currently benching Rodgers, Ahmad, and Gvardiol. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Mbumo and Konate to Trent and Semenyo, or Gordon and Colwill / Joe Gomez. Mbumo and Konate to Trent and Semenyo. Yeah, Mbumo and Konate to Trent and Semenyo is fine. Or Gordon and Colwill. No, I mean, Trent starts today. Like, it's been leaked, so if you're bringing in Trent, you don't have to worry about him being benched. He might get an early substitution, obviously, but you probably get like 70 minutes out of him. Afternoon, mate. I had a very similar game week to you last week. Went Saka. Yeah, it was an unfortunate one. I think the only thing that annoyed me so much last week was the fact that if the Liverpool game didn't get postponed, a lot of the people that went Palmer wouldn't have. You know, I obviously wouldn't have gone Saka. I would have gone Salah. And I think it was also annoying that Saka scored in like the last minute, but Martinelli was offside by like in like a silly situation as well. Like, he shouldn't be offside in that position. So yeah, it was just one of those things where everything went wrong, because obviously I finished on 4 points with Saka, but that should have been 20 because he would have got the goal. He would have got 3 bonus as well. So it was the difference between 4 points and 20 points, that like offside goal, and then Palmer goes and smashes it as well. So I think everything just went wrong last week. It was really unfortunate. Yeah, I was on Salah and vice Saka. Yeah, exactly. It was, again, it's the game. It's like I say, if it wasn't for the storm, I think a lot of people would have had Salah. But it is what it is. It happens. Not very often, but it happens. Bro, Salah scored and assisted last 2 games at home against City and Newcastle. Cole Palmer scored and assisted last home game against Aston Villa. Brentford have conceded double than Fulham away. It's a coin flip. It is a coin flip. It is literally a coin flip. That's why I'm leaving it to the poll, because I'm not even going to vote. I'm just going to let you guys decide. Play Flecken or Fabianski. Fabianski this week. When are you buying Isak? I'm going to buy him in a few minutes, I think. Isak, Saka, or Salah, Rodgers? I mean, you need Salah in your team. You absolutely need Salah in your team. You can't not have him. He's too good this season. I mean, I'm sure he's hurt you like every single week. Hang on, the postman's here. You know it's Christmas. You know it's Christmas. Going Palmer this week. However, I'm worried with Brentford's record against Chelsea. But Fulham, I feel, are better defensively this season. They are missing a couple of key players as well, though. Fulham are. They are missing. Who are they missing? Anderson. I think they're missing another player as well. Again, there's no right or wrong answer this week. There is absolutely no right or wrong answer. It's literally so close. I think the bookies have Palmer as like 1% more likely to score something. It's literally so close. Hey, Monkey Man, how you doing? Any news? The only leaks we've got are Trent and Gakpo are starting for Liverpool. That's literally it. Nothing else. Salah already hurt me from 100k to 3 mil. Yeah, that's what it means. You got to bring him in, man. You got to bring him in. Although Isak and Saka are also that's very, very tempting. But the thing is, if you don't, the longer you wait for Salah to not bring him in, the more he went up again in price last night as well. Like, I can't remember how much I brought him in for. I bought him in for 12.6. He's 13.4 now. And I brought him in like, I don't even know, but he's gone up 0.8 mil since I brought him in, which is ridiculous. That just, like, 0.8 is huge, man. That's the difference between, like, Trent and Van Dijk. It's the difference between being able to go, like, Semenyo instead of, like, Enzo or something like that. Like, it's ridiculous money. It's ridiculous money. And it's only going to get worse because he's only going to keep doing better. So, for me, I feel like he's just going to hurt you if you don't have him. That's the one, yes. Hatton, yeah, that's right. Gordon over Mbumo. This week, yeah, definitely, 100%. I got him at 12.9. I believe I'd consider that early when I got him. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember having him, and then I sold him, and then I brought him back when he started popping off. I think I got rid of Saka for him. I can't remember when I did it. It might have been around game week 9 or game week 10 or something when I brought him in. I can't remember, something like that. So Fulham not defensively that good this week. They're missing some players. They are missing some players, which obviously is also something that you kind of have to think about. It's a tough one, Alfie, because Mazraoui's like he's probably going to start, but he's been hooked a couple of times, hasn't he? Which isn't ideal. What's my team value? It's not great. I don't even know where you check it. I always forget where you It's team values 103.9 mil. That's not too bad actually. Yeah, so I've made 3.9 mil this season so far. But the thing about team value is though is like, say if somebody goes up 0.1, you're not going to sell them. You're not going to get that 0.1 from them. They have to go up 0.2. So I don't have an extra nearly 4 mil to spend because like Kuna's gone up I think 0.1, so my team value goes up, but I don't get that 0.1 off him. So the only Liverpool team news we've got is that Trent starts and Gakpo starts. Dusty, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Also, what do you think of the new chip? I'm not a fan of it. I really am not a fan of it. I don't think a chip should make you spend money and a transfer. It's supposed to like make life easier, not make you spend money and transfers on it. I'm not a massive fan of it. I don't know why they did. I personally thought it was going to be something like your captain and vice captain get double points in that game week, or it was going to be where during the game week you can swap the captaincy from your captain to vice captain. So let's say this week, if Salah blanked, you could switch the captaincy to your vice captaincy, which would be Palmer. I thought it was going to be something like that, which would make it a little bit more interesting, or just both your captain and vice captain score points. So you basically get like 2 captains in 1 week. But I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of the new chip at all. Start Vardiel or Nori this week? Probably Nori this week, to be fair. I think you should get Isak after Wolves play those 2 nice fixtures. But Isak's got really nice fixtures now as well. Like, he plays Leicester at home this week. And he's in a better team than Wolves. And Strand Larsen got hooked at 60 minutes last week. Favours those with better team value for sure. Yeah, it does. Something like a limitless chip would have been great. Yeah, exactly. 2 captains would have been nice, or switching. Do we have any Arsenal news? I just woke up over here in the States. Nothing yet, unfortunately. Yeah, the chip is not good because of the money expenditure. Hopefully they refine it next year. But the thing is, though, like, even if they surely can't bring it in at the start of next season as well, though, because at the start of the season, it's just alphabetical. So you could go with somebody like, I don't know, if you're guaranteed, if you go somebody like Liverpool, you know, and they go and win, you're guaranteed to, like, get big points from that. So, because it's just all alphabetical. So I'm surely you can't play a game week 1. Who to replace with Vardy? I already have Gabriel and Raya, or should I just stick with him? I could go Van Dijk. For the mystery chip, what's the best strat? Get a mid-table team manager and hope for additional points. Maybe, yeah. I've not really paid too much attention to it as of late. I think, I mean, obviously, I assume double game weeks are a good time to play it, but I assume you can't play any chips over the 3 weeks either, can you? So, that's a weird one. It's a weird one. Arteta said Gabriel trained, but it's Arteta, so take it with a pinch of salt. Yeah, no, he said he's trained. There's potential that he plays or whatever. So Darwin Núñez does not start. Gabriel is with the Arsenal squad. I think he starts then. There's no reason for Gabriel not to be in the squad and not start, right? As one of your best centre-backs, surely you just play him. So Gabriel is with the squad. That's the update. Núñez does not start. Gakpo starts. Trent starts. Gabriel with the squad. He's having a late fitness test. He's on the bus. Yeah, he's passed his fitness test. I think he's going to start. I think he's personally going to start. Is Barnes nailed, do you reckon, for differential? Or should I transfer to Gordon instead from Mbumo? I don't think Barnes is nailed. I think Gordon's probably better. Need to bring out Sanchez to get Enzo. What goalie should I get? Sells, maybe? I don't think I'd get rid of Sanchez. I mean... I just joined. I have to choose Raya or Sanchez for this week. Do you think Sanchez is a good call this week? I think they're both good. I'd probably go Raya, but I think they're both very, very good. I think Jackson is a captaincy option. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, the chip doesn't excite me enough. Could have been a lot more. With the injuries Arsenal have, it's more a yes than no. Why are you choosing Rodgers ahead of Mbumo? Just because they have a poor away record, and also I'm playing Colwell this week instead as well. I could play Mbumo and 8 Nori instead of Colwell and Rodgers. I could do that. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think that Mbumo and 8 Nori this week, or Rodgers and Colwell? Who do you think's better this week? Greaves or Mikalenko? Probably. I'd probably start Greaves, and if he doesn't play, then he's probably not going to come off the bench, is he? Start Enzo or Rodgers. This week, probably Enzo. Rodgers and Colwell easily. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I've been cooked so many times by Wolves. It's been rough. Palmer rested for a week. Salah played 90 minutes in Champions League. You should play 8 Nori and Mbumo. So my 11 is Raya, Colwell, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Saka, Salah, Palmer, Rodgers, Jackson, Kuno, Wissa, Iwobi, Milenkovic, Mikalenko. Yeah, looks solid. Looks very, very good. Looks very, very good. Right, 10 minutes. Right, I need to make my transfer before I forget. So I'm going to do... Yeah, Strand Larson out for Isak this week. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Lock it in. Lock that in. And I don't think I'm going to make any more transfers. I don't think I need to, really. So the team looks a lot better now. I like that a lot more. It's just 8 Nori and Mbumo or Colwell and Rodgers. These 50-50s, man. Yeah, you should play 8 Nori and Mbumo. I'll try that. Best defender under 4.7, best mid under 7 mil, and best forward under 7 mil. Defender, I'd probably say under 7, under 4.7, probably Colwell or Kirkes. I think Robinson from next week onwards is going to be really good. Depends how conservative you want to be. Mbumo has pens, 8 Nori has attacking potential. Does that outweigh Chelsea clean sheet and Rodgers playing? Yeah, I mean, Rodgers could easily get benched. That's the thing. But if Watkins is out, then there's no way he's going to get benched, right? Gabriel is on the team bus. Yeah, he did pass the late. I think he's going to start, personally. I don't see why he'd be with the squad and doesn't start. And they need the points, man. They drew again at the weekend, so... Salah leading by 2%, made that 4%. It's going to be Salah, isn't it? It's going to be Salah captain. Just changed captain from Palmer to Salah, so the poll gives Salah another percent. 8 Nori and... My captain's not fixed, no. Would you play Colwell or Milenkovic? I have Wissa playing. Probably Milenkovic, then. Who's the best Mbumo replacement? Depends how much money you have. I mean, Saka's the best replacement, but if you don't have the money, then... If you can only go down, I'd probably say, like, Semenyo. Enzo could be decent. He is, yeah, Riyadh. He is. He's on the team bus. He's been spotted with the squad. Yeah, I think he starts, personally. Best replacement for Bowen and Kuna after their good fixtures. Kuna, I'd probably say Wood, and then Bowen. Bowen, I mean, it depends on how much money you have. Can you only go down, or are you still holding Haaland? 8 Nori or Colwell? I mean, I think Colwell has the more likely chance of getting a clean sheet, but obviously 8 Nori has better attacking potential. So whichever one you like the sound of more. Bruno out for Enzo and Pedro out for Isak for a -4. I probably wouldn't do that, no. FaZe or Mikalenko? Probably Mikalenko. FaZe got benched last week, didn't he? Salah will go big for sure. Would you start Rodgers or Enzo? And do you think it's rational to use a transfer on Nick Pope? Well, I mean, what's your backup goalkeeper? Because Pope is probably going to be out. But Iwobi or Semenyo? For this week, Semenyo. Long term, Iwobi. Because Iwobi's got Southampton at home next week. So yeah, there's not been any leak news about Gabriel, about him starting. He's just with the squad. He trained. He passed the late fitness test. For Liverpool, Trent starts. Gakpo starts. Nunes is benched. So make of that what you will. Why people buying Enzo and selling Kuna? Ipswich at home is a bad fixture. No, I don't know why people are getting rid of Kuna. I wouldn't get rid of him for the next two. Definitely not. The only reason I got rid of Strand Larson for the next two is because Isak, I think, is a lot better. Would you rather have Gordon, Colwell, or Enzo and Trent? Probably Enzo and Trent. I have Wood, as you offered as an option as a Kuna replacement, and if I sell them both, I will have 14.5 mil for 1 mid and 1 forward. 14.5 for 1 mil and 1... Wait, are you making those moves this week, or is that... Kuna or Isak? For this week... Probably Isak, but I like them both. For a free transfer, yeah, I'd probably go Isak this week. His longer term fixtures are better, aren't they? Like Kuna, you really want for the next two now, don't you? I mean, even next week, I think it's going to be tough. Like Leicester away, I think will be tough for Wolves. I don't think it's going to be easy. Make sure to vote on the poll, though, guys. Salah currently winning by 3%. There's 5 minutes left. Because whoever wins the poll is who I'm going with. Garnacho or Rodgers? I have a feeling Garnacho will start. I still prefer Rodgers, though. I think I still prefer Rodgers this week. Fantasy Football Scout, captain vote. Salah 43, Palmer 23, Saka 12.5. That's higher than I thought for Saka. Our poll, Saka's on, what, like 2%? 4%. Johnson or Enzo to start? I think they both start. I'd probably go Johnson is a little bit more attacking. Afternoon match score prediction for us versus Villa. I think 2-1 Forest. Going for a 2-1 Forest win. Bench 1, Evan Nilsson, Enzo, or Pedro. Is that João Pedro or Pedro Porro? 8 Nori or Rodgers. I just like playing an attacker. Wolves' defense has just been so bad. So bad. If it was Southampton, I'd definitely be playing him. But Ipswich, I think, score. I think they do score against Wolves. This is for Game Week 18. I can get 2 7.2 mil players or Isak and 6 mil midfielder. Probably Isak and a 6 mil midfielder, to be fair. There's some good options in midfield this year. There really is. Right, Salah 48%. Palmer 46%. 3 minutes left. Liverpool news. Trent starts. Gakpo starts. Darwin Núñez benched. That's the Liverpool news. That's the only news we've had. Gabriel has trained. He had a late fitness test that he passed, and he's on the bus. He's been seen with the squad. Starting Bumo or Semenyo? I like Semenyo this week. Watkins hasn't been confirmed, definitely out. I think it's going to be a late test. Like a late kind of decision. I think if you have him, you just start him. I really want to bring in Kwanzaa, but I'm not sure if he's starting. I wouldn't be bringing Kwanzaa in this week. Like, Trent starts, so Kwanzaa can only really play centre-back with Van Dijk, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think Gomez will probably play instead. Yeah, fingers crossed for another win for the Tricky Trees. We need to stop our block that man in from Dram from pulling the trigger. Yeah, he scored another wonder goal midweek, didn't he? He did start another... He did smashing another wonder goal in Europe. Yeah, nothing. I don't think we're going to find out any more news about Gabriel. He's with the squad. He starts, I think, personally. That's my thoughts. Gabriel has travelled, yeah. Passed the late fitness test. Travelled. He's with the squad. Semenyo to Enzo for free transfer. No, I'd just play Semenyo this week. Does Timber start? We're not too sure. Your captain. It's looking like Salah. I think I'm going to go Salah. Yeah, I'm going to go Salah. Well, I said my poll was going to decide the captain. I'm going to go Salah. It's 49% Salah, 45% Palmer. So I think I'm going to go Salah. So let me just double check my squad before I lock it in. So Salah cap, Palmer vice, Isak, Kuna, João Pedro. Yeah, that's it. I think I'm locking it in. You think Timber starts? Yeah, I think he plays. I don't see why he wouldn't. Yeah, nothing else. There we go. I think we're locked in. Let me take a screenshot of my team so I can post it on Twitter. I hate it though, man. Like if he doesn't go big today, if Salah doesn't go big today, I'm not going to watch the Chelsea game. I'm just going to hope that he does nothing. You never know. Going Palmer, hopefully. Recent bias doesn't ruin me. Collins to Colwill. Kuna, Isak, and Boone to Iwobi. ESR in Game Week 18. Best of luck, everyone. 40 seconds left. Best of luck to everyone. And if you have enjoyed today's stream, make sure to subscribe. Like the stream as well. We go live with these deadline streams every week. There's a lot of deadlines coming up as well. You pick Salah. Good luck. Best of luck, guys. Best of luck. 20 seconds left. There's literally nothing in it. It's a coin flip. Whoever you go with, you know, best of luck. You need the other one to do nothing because the expected ownership is going to be huge on both of them. So if you go Salah, you're going to need Palmer to do nothing, and then likewise as well. There we go. Locked in. There it is. Gone Salah. Gone the Egyptian king. Do not let me down. Mo Salah running down the wing, please. We shall see what happens. We shall see what happens. Anyway, though, guys, mate, you don't go live every week, and those are my worst weeks. I try my best to go live every week. I think I've only missed, like, 2 deadline streams this year, which isn't too bad. Anyway, though, guys, a big thank you to everyone that came out to the stream. If you did enjoy, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Best of luck for this week. Hopefully, whoever you captained does well, unless it's Palmer, because I need Salah to do well. But either way, have a great weekend, guys. Much love. Take care. Stay safe. And